We're talking about stewardship.
Yes, sir.
And we work really hard on it.
Yes, sir.
You can do it?
I'll be glad to do it for you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Word on the range has it that you're about to begin your season of stewardship. Stewardship. Not a fancy sounding word, isn't it? But I think I understand it. It's got to do with gifts, doesn't it? Not the gift you're probably thinking about, that giving and receiving kind of gifts, and a racket maker and such. But gifts in the sense of God's gifts to you, and how you use those gifts. What you do with those gifts, and how your gifts affect the lives of other people. Yes, that's what I said. Affect the lives of other people. Because when you share the gifts that God has blessed you with, the gift of time, the gift of talent, your gift of treasures, you do affect the lives of other people. Listen, I'd like to share something with you. And you know what else you do when you share your gifts? You write stories. That's right, you write stories. More. That's something I understand, stories. You see, when you spend as much time as I do riding the trail, sitting around the campfire, you share lots of stories. And that's why I'm here today. Because I've heard some mighty good stories have been written right here in this place. Mighty powerful stories that have been written because of what you've done with your gift to God. Listen to this bell. I'd like to recollect a few to you. Stories about the youth traveling far and wide, locally, throughout the U.S. of A. and even to other countries, bringing assistance and Christian love to people in need, and for people like Lori Leslie, who not only experienced what they can do for other people, but the impact that it had on her own life doing that mission trip. Stories of what you've been doing in Uganda, and are still doing it in Little Popoli village. Stories that bring tears to the eyes of those tough guys I work with out on the range. Stories of how you brought love, health, happiness, and hope to that once very depressed village through freshwater wells, scholarships for the children, a preschool, a primary school, all kinds of livestock, seeds and trees, and widows' homes, and it even led to the construction of a health clinic. Serve not only the people in Popoli, but all the people in the area. And what you have done with your gift to help a hot meal in a mug served to over 700 school students every day. Students that may have otherwise had to go for supper time the night before till they got home from school the next day without a meal. Stories about the prayer shawls, knitted with love by the litanies. Prayer shawls that have comforted people like VID00499 and Bob Cooley. And now currently, Eleanor Rayburn, who's recovering from heart surgery. And even a prayer shawl delivered in person to Colopina from Popoli, Uganda, who not only lost her husband, but lost all 15 of her children. And now is caring for 3 little children, grandchildren, one of them, little Sarah, who has AIDS. Stories about your wonderful preschool. Preschool that gives disadvantaged children a little jump on the difficult education path that they face. Children like Nikki Altieri, a graduate of your preschool, who's living successfully with Down syndrome, and who now is attending a university right here in this city, and is an active participant in your community. One of my favorites. Heartwarming stories I've been hearing for many years now, what you've been doing in Haiti, bringing much needed medical aid to those folks there. Funds that you've helped provide to the hospital in a place called Mong and Crowshoe. You helped that hospital hire someone to cook hot meals during the day, and even be able to hire a Haitian doctor to work full time. Funds that have been able to provide all the medicines in that hospital that covers an area that serves over 30,000 people. much time that I sure appreciate it. You may have to shorten your service just a bit. And I appreciate your story. See you on the trail.